Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass for Move. And for today's game in our It's Travel Time series, we've got a game for you here: Athletico Bilbao versus Celta. I think it's still called Celta Vigo, or am I thinking about someone else? Either way, here's Vigo, so let's just stick to Vigo, and let's have a quick look at the league table. We are still in 10th, mid-table, not too good, but at least we're closer and we're not bottom of the table. And of course, the expectation is the Europa League. Now, we've got a game in hand, so if we do win today, it's not significant in climbing up the table, but is significant in closing up the gap on 6th place. Villarreal already have played the game. If we win our game, we've got 21 points and we'll only be 2 points away from the Europa League spots. Of course, more crucially, we'll be keeping Vigo up in their, the same position they're in, basically, because if they win today's game, they go 26 points, and then Europa League is even further away. So that's how it's crucial. We'll quickly have a look at what's been going on since the last episode, and then we can get into today's game. So since that last episode against Valencia, it's actually been very poor. Back-to-back 3-0 defeats against Espanyol. That's only pretty much the poor bit of the game. Just completely outclassed and no excuses. Some of these players performed under 6 of their overall rating. Newcastle as well was a 1-1 draw. I was hoping we could get an away win, but considering a draw away from home in any European competition is a decent result. Considering Newcastle and Athletico Bilbao just about the same quality, I guess, of teams once. In this year anyways, probably before because the championship is different. But yeah, 1-1, Wilfred Bonny scoring of course first, Oscar Guild managing an 84th minute equaliser, so he can get away happy with that. And 3-1 win at Las Palmas. Actually we were at home, but Las Palmas was the team that we beat. And considering they scored within 4 minutes, it was a good way to turn around the result. You can renew with the brace there against Guadalajara. It was an away 2-0 win in the Spanish Cup first round. I didn't even know it was fourth round, first leg is what I meant. I didn't even know it was a 2-leg sort of competition. But to come away with the 2 away goals, I don't know whether that really matters in this competition. But either way, two goal advantage is always good, and we like to play them a little further down the line. But yeah, today is all about Vigo. We'll get into it right away. There's no need to waste any more time. We'll just kick off things as is, and I'll explain a little bit more in just a second while they warm up, I guess, while the teams warm up. We're doing okay, but I think, as you guys know in Football Manager, the more the game goes on, the more you're pressured. So even though I was in 20th before, there was no pressure on me, but once I'm in 10th, just because there's been 14 games played now, the board does start to put some pressure on me now. Even the the players were actually upset with how we were performing. They thought we were underachieving in the league, and that's fair enough, of course. But yeah, it was surprising. Like, yeah, we were in 20th position, but you didn't think we were underachieving. But now you do, even though we climbed up the table and we're kind of close to Europa League. But yeah, we just have to get on with things, see how things go. We're not necessarily favourites for today's game, so we will play on the counter for a little bit of the game. Villa Libre, we'll be playing him as a complete forward on support. We've switched up tactics. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last episode, I completely forgot. But we are playing, it's actually lower, but because there's no lower tempo, only much lower in counter, we've been playing with much lower, shorter passing, roam from positions, and obviously closing down more. And we've got Garcia here. Unai Lopez is a deep line playmaker for this game. He's been for a couple of games just because some of our players are out, and this is our standard back four, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think we can just kick off now, see how the game goes on this time. Let's not forget to turn on the goals replays. A nice little handshake there between the managers, and yeah, hopefully we see us grab a result. Vigo starting with a 4-2-3-1, more attacking version of our formation, of course. And they're not even playing defensively. They're probably playing on control, not in truth. But Iago Aspas has already gotten a calf strain, so hopefully that helps us in our favour and we don't concede. But playing on the counter, we shouldn't concede at all, to be honest. We should be hitting them on the break. And so far it looks pretty even, in terms of shots at least. They've managed to get a little knock again with Hernandez, but Oscar De Marcos getting an early yellow card. So we're going to just quickly tell him to calm down a bit, because obviously we don't need anyone getting sent off in such a crucial game. This is I think I'm pretty sure I used this term before, but yeah, I consider these type of games 6-pointers. When you're beating the teams above you, that means not only are you keeping them in place, but you're also climbing up closer to them, and if you lose them, it's like losing a 6-pointer. We're going to get a highlight here, so hopefully it does go in our favour. DeMarcus finds Unai Lopez, a deep line playmaker. He finds Munayin, playing as a winger, but he still cuts in. Finds Williams. Come on, Williams, do something. Put a good ball into the box now. Can we see it? Yes, to Villalibre. No mistake. Atletico Bilbao 1, Vigo 0. And that is a great, great start. Exactly doing what we planned. We are at home and still playing on the counter, but can't take any risks considering how Vigo played. And of course, so far it's worked out for us. Hopefully it continues to work out for us. Villalibre doing really well at the near post there. Goalkeeper probably could be a bit better, but you won't see me complaining, of course. Another highlight here. Now hopefully another goal. Williams, another good ball into the box. Yes, it is. Villalibre. I think that was more of an own goal. Nope, apparently not. We'll take it. Villalibre, complete forward on support. He's loving his role, isn't he? 2 goals in 34 minutes. But what another cross from Williams. And this is why I love wingers so much. Oh, that is lucky. There's a clearance onto his head into the goal. But either way, 2-0 up, so how can you complain? Looks like the injuries have sort of taken a toll. Another highlight. Can we score through a set piece? Lopez has another chance. He finds another Lopez. But the Lopez is just playing with each other. Munayin now. Can he do something? Probably long range shot. Nope. Finds Garcia instead. And my team are playing a bit smart here. Until that happened, basically, a long range shot. But yeah, with us trying to hold on to possession a bit more than before where we were playing direct, it just seemed to make a bit more sense. I really cannot remember if the last episode with Valencia was direct football or possession football, but the reason I switched to possession was just because of our formation. I realised now, probably a bit too late, but a 4-2-3-1 never suits a direct play, unless your attacking midfielder maybe is a shadow striker or something, but otherwise it just doesn't really make much sense. And the reason being is, of course, the 4-2-3-1 naturally suits a high press, possession type of football, because everyone's next to each other. Sorry, I just need to quickly have a look, because we were marking their attacking midfielder and they changed it. Pablo Hernandez and Iago Aspas both injured, both off at half time. Hopefully that doesn't work out in their favour and ours instead. But yeah, 4-2-3-1 type of formation, it just doesn't suit direct play, because the whole point of being direct, of course they score straight away. I'm going to have to scream at my players to tell them to concentrate. But yeah, the reason why it doesn't suit direct play is because of 4-2-3-1. Sorry, actually, let me rephrase that. The whole point of having a direct play, my goalkeeper got a hand on that. Why didn't you do better? And the guy on the post as well. The whole point of being direct is to bypass your midfield, go straight into attack, play directly, of course. And is it 2? Actually, it's not 2, but my players really need to wake up here. So yeah, when you have a 4-2-3-1, there's just too many players going about, especially if you have like a deep line playmaker or an attacking midfielder, or actually not deep line playmaker. Deep line playmaker does well, but an attacking midfielder or whatever. Then you'll be going through him more often than bypassing him, so it just doesn't make too much sense. We actually have to take off our attacking midfielder for having a poor game. Not to mention he's also on a yellow. No one else really tired, so we'll keep things as it is. But the players really do need to wake up. There's a threat of us dropping all 3, 2 points anyways, but possibly even all 3 the way Vigo playing. They went into an attacking 4-1-2-3, or rather 4-3-3 the way I like to call it. Hopefully we play this smart, don't not lose the ball. Williams once again. Can he take his man on? Instead he loses it out, but Lopez has it and that's fine. Munayin, take your man on. Not too much though, that was like 3 of them. What did he think he could do there? And instead there's Vigo on the counter, and suddenly things don't look too pretty now. They're playing a bit smart as well themselves. Prato, instead it's Munayin. Can we hit them on the counter? We are playing on the counter, Munayin, remember. Lopez, Villalibre, Suesta, come on. Yes, and there you go. That makes it a bit more safe for us. And that's just perfect. Just perfect. Exactly what I expected from my players. Or rather, what I wanted. I expected them to buckle. Villalibre though. Proper, complete, forward type of role. Is that a chip? I have a feeling that was a chip. That was naughty if it was. But yeah, let's see if we can make a couple more changes before people get proper tired. We got some players here tired. Inaki Williams has had a great game. I think I will switch him for Sociedad, despite playing really well in that advanced playmaker role. And we're gonna instead, where did he go? Bring on Agar there instead at attacking mid. Danny Garcia will take him off for Gorka, who is a centre mid on defend as well. Hopefully that will see us shore things up as well. But yeah, cannot be happier if this ends the way it does. Obviously, I prefer always a clean sheet, but how can you complain with such a performance that we put in today? In terms of shots, it's been more or less equal possession, just about more or less equal as well, if you can say. But yeah, the players just taking their chances fantastically. To score 3 goals from one clear-cut chance is a good job, and I don't know if we scored from half chances as well. But Villa Libre, wow. So to see his hat-trick there. He deserves it, 100% without a doubt, deserves a hat-trick here. But we might end the game without him getting one. And I'm not sure why the highlight continued into the corner, unless Vigo hit us on the counter. No, they don't. Sometimes these Football Manager pointless highlights is just strange. Even this one. Just end the game. Either way, 3-1. And well done, lads, without a doubt. That's a huge, huge win for us, more than they realise. Of course, we don't go anywhere in terms of the table, but not only are we safe a little bit from Real San Sebastian, but we've kept Vigo right where they are, and suddenly things look much better for us. 7 wins, 8 losses, no draws at all, and we've got just about as much wins as anyone in the Europa League spots. Obviously, the most losses too. The losses are more equal to people who are like further down below us, as well as in the relegation zone. But as long as we're not drawing, so it doesn't really matter too much, I guess you could say. Real Madrid unbeaten so far, 15 points. But yeah, next game, if we win our next game, 24 points, and all of the teams above us lose, we actually will enter into the Europa League spot. So it'll be huge, 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 without a doubt. And hopefully next time we meet, we'll be in the Europa League spots already. But it will be, of course, as always, 5 games away from now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what a game to play! Athletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. That will be a huge game, of course. Sevilla will be tough, as well as Getafe. Huge first division games coming up, La Liga games, but obviously without doubt the most difficult of them all is the Madrid game. We will be at home though, so maybe we can sneak an upset. But yeah, we've got a Spanish second leg going on there, and the Europa League game as well. Hopefully we can see out our qualification. We definitely already did qualify, but we need to try and qualify top of the table to try and get an easy draw, hopefully. Oh, Europa League, apparently Chelsea won it last year. And I don't think they're even... Oh wait, that wouldn't even make sense for them to be in the Europa League still. They would have qualified for the Champions League, of course. But yeah, I think, of course, that will be all for today's episode. So as always, if you did enjoy it, then please do hit the like button, as well as subscribe for more daily Football Manager 2017 daily content. I think I said that, but I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for watching.